everyone, Samantha Repel here, getting you in the swing of things with a kettlebell workout. Again, we're just aiming for at least 30 minutes a day, so I'm not going to go crazy even though I wanted to. And I'm going to give you a great overall full body workout. So we've got 5 exercises. I'm going to have you rotate between them just like we've been doing, 3 rounds, 30 to 45 seconds of each one. I'm going to go over the basic form of each exercise and tell you, what to watch out for, what you're looking for, and then you'll be ready to go. So if you don't have access to kettlebells, you can always use dumbbells. Same thing, same weight, it's just kettlebells, switch it up, they're a little more fun and sometimes easier to handle for certain exercises. I'm going to use a 25 today. You'll probably want to use anywhere between a 20 or up. Except for our shoulder presses, the ladies may want to go down to a 15. You should not be doing less than that. Keep that in mind. So again, I have my 25-pound kettlebell. We're going to start, you're going to do a dynamic warm-up first, of course, and we're going to start with figure 8 squats. So you're going to put the weight in one hand, pass it under your leg, bring it up, squat. Pass it under your leg, bring it up, squat. Hardest exercise of the day right here because of your coordination. So you're alternating, you're making a figure 8 between your legs. If that gets to be too much, just go 1, 2, and then 2 squats to make it happen. All right, so next we're gonna go on to single arm swings. If you're not familiar with swinging a kettlebell, then go ahead and do double arm. What you're gonna do is get your feet at least hips width apart, keep a straight back, a good hinge. It's all in the hips, it's not a shoulder exercise. Imagine you have a really heavy suitcase and you're trying to throw it across the room. You're not going to use your arms, you're going to use your hips. So you're going to keep that chest out, get the butt out, bend the knees slightly, bring the weight just behind your knees, use your hips to throw it forward. So for your single arm, you're going to have one hand here. Whenever you do it timed, you can do 30 seconds each side. You can hand it off, you can stop in between, but make sure you're using those hips, and then don't let it just pull you all the way back down to the floor. When you're done, keep control over the kettlebell. The next thing, exercise number 3, a lunge to a press. So you're going to take the kettlebell, put it on the back of your hand. If that's uncomfortable, you can grab a dumbbell, perfectly fine. Opposite foot forward, keep the kettlebell at your shoulder. You're going to lunge, push the weight overhead. Lunge, push the weight overhead. So if it starts to get too tiring on the shoulder for that shoulder press, use your body weight. That's why we're adding the lunge into it. So come down and use your body weight to push it up. And then you'll switch. So other foot forward, kettlebell at your shoulder, and keep going. From there, we're going to come to the floor, push-ups. You don't have to use the kettlebell. You can to make it a little more interesting. Just lay it on its side. It should have 2 flat sides. One great way to make this happen is one hand on the bell, one hand off. Push up, switch. Here. Keep it nice and tight. From there, you're going to go on your back. The weight's going to go overhead. You're going to try and keep your arms as straight as possible. This also may be one where you'd want to go down in weight potentially. So I'm going to put both my hands on the handles. I'm going to take it overhead. You can also place it on the floor and then reach back and grab it. That may be a little easier. You want to try and keep your arms as straight as possible. The more you bend them, the less you're working your trunk itself. Makes it a little bit easier. Whenever you do this exercise, your feet are going to want to come off the ground. That's okay so long as your trunk is nice and straight. So hands overhead, I'm going to lift them up, so that's going to work the lats, and then I'm going to do a full sit-up all the way up. My chest is driving out. Notice I'm not looking down at my feet. We talked about that yesterday. I'm not looking down at my feet. I'm driving my chest up and out. I'm not here. That's going to throw my weight forward, put it into my shoulder joints, jam my shoulders. I don't want that to happen. So touch it back, up, back, up, back, up. If that gets to be too much, drop the kettlebell, keep going. If it sucks, it doesn't hurt, but it sucks, do the full round. If it starts to hurt or feel too uncomfortable, then you can drop the weight and just go straight for it. All right, that's your round for the day. Kettlebells, super awesome. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for participating along with the 30-day challenge.